Chris Fiely joins us on this wonderful morning. Good morning, Chris. How are you?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
Good. Good to see you this morning.
Good seeing you.
You've been quite busy. A lot going on.
Yes, absolutely. I'm here for the Titusville Historical Society as its president. But just on a side note, congratulations on 8 years of the morning drill this week.
Oh, I forgot about that. 8 years. Really?
It came up in my memories, and I'm like, oh, yeah. I was looking and
you always have to text me that every day.
I do, but you're not going to be here. So
No. I never am anymore. So
Valentine's Day. So can you imagine? I still remember that moment that we went on at, what was that, 7, right? And we didn't know for sure if we were on or not, but we were.
Yeah. Apparently.
And the rest is history.
Hi.
So,
Hey, listen, you got a couple hats you're wearing. Because after some of the stuff you're going to talk about, I want to ask you about
some other stuff.
Yeah, coming up in a couple weeks. It involves spaghetti
and
romance and pasta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh. Nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Tarbell House.
The Tarbell House.
That's
yes.
nice, yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm the president of the Historical Society, and we have a couple things going on. My opening line was going to be, other than the birthday, is even though it's cold outside, it's very warm in our Heritage Center. Sorry, I have a little technical difficulty underneath there, but we're good. And the furnace is on, and it's working well over at the Heritage Center,
nice.
Which is at 126 West Spring Street. If some people don't know where it's at, it's the former Perk Place, or it's kind of catty corner across the alley from Farmers Bank here in Titusville. So a couple different locations, as it's known as.
And it's been there for how long now?
Almost 2 years now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So in August it will be 2 years, so about a year and a half. And we've had great success. We've had great visitors. We've had international visitors. We've had folks come back to Titusville mainly to see that. Then they did Drakewell. They did the train. They visited family, friends, classmates, that sort of thing. Right now we're open on weekends from 1 to 3 on Saturdays and Sundays. We kind of, with the bad weather in January, we had it closed, obviously, but we utilize our Facebook page, Titusville Historical Society, quite a bit for all kinds of things, announcements of activities, pictures of different things that we have, different items, archives.
Go through pictures?
Yeah, if you want to, you throw them up. That when you walk in the door, that's one of the first things you see is our resource rack. Actually, the rack is from Buyers Fair in Titusville, and on the backside of those red strips that you see at the edge of the shelves, there's actually some price tags from Buyers Fair.
Really?
On it, yeah. So somebody thought that the society should have that, and so that's why we have that one. But anyways, that resource rack has all kinds of things, genealogy, other archives. As you can see, kind of like in the center is the Oil 150 souvenir books. We are the sole proprietor of those at this point. You can get some at the Perry Street Station, I think, and maybe Drakewell, but we have the host of them. At the top, you'll see some stickers, some postcards of around Titusville in the area, and so in the Tarbell House to the right, we had those done at Drake Printing. So we have the official right, even though the Oil Region Alliance owns the Tarbell House, we have the marketing privileges, and so we come up with the shirts, the postcards, the shirts, sweatshirts with the Tarbell House. Very, very neat design.
I see coffee mugs too.
Yep, and then we have coffee mugs. The irony with the coffee mugs is if you notice at least the front two, is at the far right edge of that picture. Yeah, there we go. See, notice how the Tarbell House is for left-handed coffee cups and right-handed coffee cups.
Yeah.
And then the opposite side of that is the logo that you see at the top of the screen.
I thought you were going to say that the funny part of this whole thing was Ida Tarbell never drank coffee.
That could be. I don't know that as a fact. But anyways, isn't it interesting? We, to be honest, they were kind of a mistake at first, and then we're like, no, we need left-handed and right-handed both.
Funny.
You know, so
That's funny.
All about marketing.
Yeah.
So as you can see, not only the sweatshirt I have, but there's a sweatshirt that's on the rack. We have different colors.
That's really nice.
Some bright, some are just white, that sort of thing. I'm kind of partial to the one I have on, and then that's one of the T-shirts. So we have all different sizes from small to XXL, and then another shirt series that we had was City Hall, and because it's on the National Registry for Landmarks, and then we have a collection of shirts, of Colonel Drake Hotel. Those are hand stenciled by Kelly DeLong. She's the one that actually drew that years ago for the society.
Wow.
Yeah. So it doesn't really do it justice because of how it was hanging there, but it's very intricate. And we actually had a chamber mixer there, and one of the guys who I would have never guessed, he just kind of came to kind of see what we were doing, middle-aged guy, I'll say, and all of a sudden he saw that, he's like, I want one of those, because that's the only remembrance. Well, you have another picture from the Colonel Drake, but that's the only remembrance that there is of the Colonel Drake that you can wear on a regular basis. In fact, he bought two that night. He wanted an extra one for somebody else. So this sign was given to us not too long ago from the Colonel Drake. Can you imagine a prime rib buffet for $11.95 with all those fixings? And you can, at that time, you could slice your own prime rib slices. So from the rib, and many side dishes and all that. So that's a neat sign that somebody gave to us not too long ago. Well, over the summer, basically. So,
am I wrong in saying there was a president that stayed there?
I don't know if there was or not.
Okay.
The Taft stayed down kind of in the pit block.
Okay.
I believe when he was sitting president. But you could be right with the Mansion House that there might be maybe a former president. One of our and then there's a couple other, I think, displays. Whoops.
Yep.
So those are our new displays. Dr. Rhonda Clark actually helped us procure a couple of those display towers, I'll call them.
Yeah, those are nice.
They're very nice, glass shelving. And as you can see, a lot of that stuff that you see on that is from E.K. Thompson. That's a picture of him and some of his bottles and some of the other canisters that he used for his drugs, some registries there, that sort of thing. So we have numerous things. This is kind of a church dedication, so to speak. Some of the stuff that comes from the Townville Episcopal Church, because our footprint is actually from Pit Hole all the way to Townville, and up to Spartansburg, and then down to like Sunville, Chapmanville area. So different churches in Titusville, Church of God, which was up on the corner there, Brook and Franklin, Church of Christ. I believe is the name of it. Anyways, that church, there's some archives in our collection.
Now,
from there.
Was this somebody's Ken doll?
No, actually, scroll down to the bottom of that. That was actually, I don't know that we're going to be able to see it, but can you scroll or not? Or zoom in. If not, I can zoom in. That was actually sent out to people, to buyers, to show them what their tailor-made suits were going to look like.
Are you serious? Really?
Yes. So 119 Diamond Street.
Expert for men's and ladies' suits.
So that would have been in the in the Flatiron building that no longer exists.
Wow.
So like across the street, kind of from Booney's area, in that area.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And it was actually the texture. Yeah, we have one of those in our archives.
That's crazy.
So,
hey, you know all the time you spent making this tiny suit? You could have just put it towards making my real suit.
Back then, money wasn't an issue, apparently. So
that's funny. Holy smokes.
Yeah. So
is there any way to figure out if that's like worth anything? Or is it just more of
I don't know whether I can say this or not, but a lot of our stuff is considered priceless.
Wow.
Because it's not, you can't remake that history.
Yeah.
So I think that goes for a lot of different things. Now, there's some things that, are readily available. The Mabel Clark books we sell. We have an agreement with the school district that we sell the Mabel Clark books, the Titusville, an illustrated history books that
that's still like the go-to book,
grade.
Right?
Yeah, it's the go-to book in town, in the area actually. So because it covers quite a bit of the area that I just discussed. So we sell them for $15, and all that $15 goes back to the school district. We make no profit on it. It's kind of a courtesy item that we sell, and we get a couple people a year come back and want that because they remember, as we do, fourth grade, we studied it. Now they decide to do something a little bit different, apparently, but
so they're not...
it's still good. Yeah, I don't think they're in the classroom. Yeah, so times change, huh?
Don't get me started.
Moving on.
Thank you.
So one of the reasons why I wanted to come in and talk is our Genealogy 101 classes. They actually started Saturday the 9th. February 9th, but we're going to have another one on Saturday, February 23rd, and then March 9th. And basically, they're free of charge. People just come to the center from 10 to noon, might run a little bit over, depending on casual conversation. And basically, you bring a pencil, a piece of paper, and your knowledge. You don't need to have the family Bible yet. You don't need to have any documentation or anything like that. You just come and you just kind of learn and listen and talk and share your experiences. Last year was our first year to do it. We had a series of 3 different classes, and it went extremely well. This year we're looking to expand upon that. In fact, we're even expanding the classes. So we're going to have Genealogy 101 with just pencil and paper, just real casual, free of charge, like I said, on Saturday, February 23rd, March 9th, and then Saturday, March 23rd, we're going to go high tech. Everybody bringing their laptops if they want, or their Kindles or iPads or whatever, and we'll log on to the internet and do some searching that way. There's some safe search engines, or safe sources, I should say, and we'll teach you how to do those search engines and things like that. So Dr. Rhonda Clark's going to be presenting that. In the meantime, we have Kathy Newsom, who belongs to the National Society of Genealogy, so she takes care of the Genealogy 101. So.
You're watching the Morning Drill on Stream Television in Armstrong and listening to it on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. Is this something that you've taken part in? Have you started the process of investigating?
I haven't been officially a part of the process,
Okay.
but I did the 23andMe,
Okay.
which is similar, kind of similar, or part of it, I should say.
Well, I was talking to a friend of mine who
You
started
have friends?
This was a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
He started the process of doing this. Mm-hmm. He said it became extremely addicting.
It is.
In fact, he would go and start traveling to meet people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a mutual friend. It's a she, actually, and she has over 12,000 family members that she's tracked over the years.
That's incredible.
She's retired. She can go and travel a little bit to see some folks, people she knew and people she didn't know, type thing. So
Wow.
I'm not saying she knows all 12,000, and not all of them
Yeah.
are living. Obviously, most of them are deceased. But
Well, so conversations you've had with people that have come in and taken classes like this, are they just trying to get a better understanding and not try to go out to 12,000 members?
That's
right.
Okay. Just start at your basics, typically your mom and dad, if it's that structure, grandparents, maybe uncles and aunts, where they're buried. Cemetery records are huge, a big part of the process, and just kind of filter out through there.
Is there a sense that we're more connected as a people on this earth when you start realizing how this person's related to this person? And
definitely. Yep.
That'd be interesting.
And I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I know that we're related to President Tyler.
Wow.
And more directly than not, type thing. And I wouldn't be, it's been stated that most people are related to a president somehow. Not too many degrees away.
Yeah. So we could turn this into like a Kevin Bacon type of a thing.
We could. We definitely could.
Be a good segment.
Only there's only 45 of them instead of one Kevin Bacon. But other than that, it's it probably wouldn't be.
Yeah, there is only one Kevin Bacon.
There is. So,
well, Chris, you guys offer these programs and all this, these free events, but obviously it takes money to keep you guys open.
It does.
So how do you make money?
We our biggest fundraiser of the year is the dessert tent at the concerts in the park during the summer months, but we also look for any donations whatsoever, monetarily and artifact wise to our collection. But
and you've always said what people see inside is just a small percentage of what the collection you actually have.
What you showed on the screen today is about, I'd say, 10 to 20% of what we have inside the Heritage Center.
Wow.
And that's only, and then whatever's in the Heritage Center is only 20% of what we have in our collection. And we have stuff that dates back to the 1850s. So before oil.
That's incredible.
So we're excited about that. We have some other things planned for the summer. One of the huge successes of 2018 was we started a history camp, which is a week-long event for, I believe it's 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. More details to follow on that. There is a fee for that, and we do look for sponsors.
And that's in the summer?
Both corporate, right. It's, I think, at the end of July this year. It gets the dates aren't confirmed, but details to follow for that. But they include a trip to Benson Memorial Library. They include a trip to St. James. They include the YWCA and of course the Tarboro House. And there's history and Drake Well. So I mean, we fit a lot in there, and we'd like to do the railroad also, but it's just with logistics and. There's only enough time in the day type thing and time in the week. So we're excited about that. So we had 13 last year, and we already have two kids that are interested in this year. Wow. Whenever registrations come about. We probably would cap it off at 20 due to space and adult containment. But we would, it's very impactful and a good opportunity for children. And obviously, hopefully they go home and they tell their siblings and parents and grandparents and all that and share those stories. But the Genealogy 101 is close at hand, Saturday, February 23rd, and then March 9th for the 101. And then, like I said, the computer class is on March 23rd. So all Saturdays.
All right. And again, if people want to make a donation,
they can contact us at the Heritage Center. We have a post office box, but we also have a phone, 814-271-7303. And you can contact us on Facebook, Titusville Historical Society on Facebook. Also, something that we are going to be adding soon is a store on Facebook.
Oh, cool.
So people can order if they're living...
Like those shirts?
Yep, shirts, books, mugs.
Left and right-handed.
Left and right-handed coffee mugs. And we're looking to add one more item that way. And also because Farmers Bank, known as Titusville Trust Company, is 100 years old this year, we're looking to make those our shirts for this year. So details to follow on that. Amy and I have been talking for months about it, but we need to firm things up. So
switch hats real quick.
Okay.
Rotary hat on.
Yep.
Usually an event that happens this week.
Pushed back. It got pushed back. The school musical is, I think it's the musical or the play. Theatrical production. How about that? Is Friday, February 22nd. And that's when we're going to have our Rotary annual Sweetheart Dinner. We changed it up a little bit. Sweetheart Dinner, and some of the cast is actually performing the entertainment before they go up on stage. So you can buy tickets at the Chamber. You can buy them from any Rotary, Rotarian or Student Council member. And those proceeds go benefit the Student Council and the Titusville Rotary Club.
And this has been going on for how many years, Chris?
42.
42 years.
Yeah, great event.
Wow.
So, Terry Wigg said, I was part of the first one, so I don't know. That's what she said. So, anyways, we've had a lot of people come and go through those years, but it's just a great family community event. $8, I think, for adults, $5 for kids. You can't get much cheaper than that. You're supporting two great organizations. And if you want to go to the theater afterwards, it's $5, I think, a ticket or something like that. It's not a bad deal. So you have the whole evening planned, and then the next day is not only Genealogy 101, but also there's a chicken and biscuit dinner for the interactors that are going to Ecuador this month, or in March.
Very nice. Chris, great to see you.
Good seeing you. Thanks, Luke.
All right.